In the year 2001, Hyundai revealed that its first SUV into the American market would be dubbed the Santa Fe, and if it wasn't for the success of that Santa Fe, the Tucson, the Veracruz, and even the Palisade would never have existed. And in the year 2023, they continue that tradition of excellence, value, and convenience with this, the 2023 Santa Fe model line, and today, we're about to review. The entry-level Santa Fe is called the SE, but although it is the least expensive version, it is definitely not basic. To start with, every single 2023 Santa Fe is powered by some sort of four-cylinder engine. Specifically talking about the SE, you have a 2.5-liter motor producing 190 horsepower while also being rated for a city highway average of 26 mpgs for front-wheel drive versions and a combined 24 mpgs for all-wheel drive versions. Being that SUVs are primarily family haulers, you'll be happy to know that even the least expensive version is packed with safety features. For one, blind spot sensors are standard to alert drivers of anybody in their blind spot, and as a supplement to that, the Santa Fe also has lane keeping and lane following assist to keep a distracted driver from inadvertently departing their lane. To build on that, not only do you have a 5-star overall crash test rating, which is the highest you can get, you also have forward collision avoidance assist with pedestrian detection, meaning that this SUV can hit its own brakes in an emergency situation. Pretty good for entry level, huh? Another reason SUVs are so popular is because they have a ton of room, and the Santa Fe is no different. Looking into the trunk, you can see a lot of cargo room, even if you happen to have those rear seats up. But if you have a big bulky item and you don't necessarily want to pay for delivery, go ahead, throw those rear seats down and get over 72 cubic feet of cargo room. How about that? Moving up towards the rear seats, you are going to see a lot of extra space for anybody happening to ride in the back. And of course, you do have a lot of legroom. Hyundai actually marks it at 41.7 inches so people of all heights can enjoy their space. Plus, rear passengers also have their own dedicated AC vents so the car can cool down quickly. And if you live in a hot state, just like I do down here in Florida, you know the quicker you can cool down your car, the quicker you can start enjoying your day. And by the way, I am a real sales consultant here in Orlando, so if you happen to live local, make sure you click the link below that says Schedule with Miguel. That way, I can go ahead and save you $500 if you use that link to schedule an appointment to buy a car with me. But back to Santa Fe. Once you arrive in the front seats, you are treated to even more room. Hyundai says 44 inches of legroom in the front in a very open environment. Helping keep everything looking streamlined, Hyundai did away with the traditional shift lever and replaced it with these very modern shift buttons. Not only does it look slick, but there's actually no more thinking you're in drive when you're actually in neutral. Trust me, happens to the best of us, but if you happen to have a Santa Fe, that's a thing of the past. Oh, also, a fun little bonus fact, the Santa Fe SE is the only Santa Fe that actually has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I'm sure Hyundai right now is working on making wireless standard across the entire line, but for right now, if you happen to buy an SE, you have a cool little bit of wireless technology at your disposal. Remember, everything I just mentioned is on the least expensive model, the SE. So if you are not yet satisfied, let's go ahead and upgrade it to the next version, the Santa Fe SEL. The SEL is where most people consider the sweet spot to start with the Santa Fe line because there are a lot of little improvements over the SE, but at a glance, there isn't too much difference. However, if you know where to look, there are 2 clues on the outside that lets onlookers know which version you're driving. Focusing on the outside, if you notice the mirrors on the SEL, you also notice that they've added turn signal indicators so that way people on the side of you will know which direction you'll be turning. Another clue is the side rails because the SEL actually does have mounting points for any type of roof storage. So if you're into kayaking or road trips, you might want to look into getting at least the SEL. Now, I'm sure you could already tell I'm pretty passionate about the 2023 Santa Fe's just because I knew what the 2022 was. So essentially, the 2023s have captured a lot more technology in a lower package. Case in point, the SEL's liftgate. In the 2022 version, the standard SEL was still manual, but now in 2023, all SELs, you have an electronic opening and closing power liftgate. Getting to the inside, you are greeted with the same amount of space, but with a few enhancements, like the driver's seat, because now the driver's seat in the SEL comes powered, and it also has the additional lumbar support. The SEL model gains not only push-button start with your smart key, but also Hyundai's BlueLink app. The app enables drivers to pre-cool their vehicle by selecting certain temperatures for the air, and if you really want to get fancy, pre-warming the seats as well. Now, for those of us who might need a little bit of help remembering, this is where the BlueLink Car Finder app shines. So, as opposed to walking through a mall parking lot for 15 minutes, listening for your panic button only to realize you exited the wrong side of the mall, the Car Finder app actually shows you exactly where your car is located. Now, there's probably some people out there saying, well, my OnStar or my Nissan Connect or my Honda Link does the same thing, which, fair enough, maybe there are certain similarities, but here's the kicker. Hyundai offers a free subscription for BlueLink for 3 years. Not 3 months like nearly everybody else, but 3 full years of a free trial period. So yeah, sign me up. As mentioned before, the SEL does get a little bit more love from the technology gods, and one shining example is the touchscreen, because it's not only upgraded in size to 10.25 inches, but it also has navigation included, so it's not solely reliant on your phone's network connection in case you're driving through a spotty area. Another upgrade you get is the comfort, because now in the SEL you have dual zone air conditioning and heated seats. So the driver and passenger could be at 2 totally different temperatures, whether by air or by seat. Oh, and don't let me forget one of the most important things nowadays. All Santa Fe SELs and above bring wireless charging pads. So if your phone is low on juice, slide it in to the little charging pad and voila, your phone is charging. Now, if you're this deep in the video, thank you so much for sticking around, because we have a lot to cover, but I appreciate you helping my channel grow. So make sure you drop a like and leave a few comments of what else you'd like to see. And if you like these types of videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you can get the newest stuff the second it's dropped. Now that we covered a lot of differences and you have a good idea of what makes an SEL an SEL, it is time to finally upgrade into its newest form, which is going to be the SEL with the premium package. So let's talk about it. At a glance, you'll notice that the premium package has a black roof, and that's because the premium package is the first Santa Fe version to bring this beautiful and massive panoramic sunroof to let the light shine through. Beyond that, the premium package upgrades the seating surfaces with Hyundai's H-Tech seats as opposed to the cloth seats you'd find in the SE and SEL trims, and yes, they feel just as good as they look. Now, if you do get the opportunity to sit in the back of the premium, you'll also gain the side window sunshades, so if the sun's a little bit extra harsh, or you just want to keep everybody from looking inside of the rear of the car, you can just raise up the shades and enjoy your ride. Jumping to the front seats, you can see that the seats are still adorned in the Hyundai H-Tech trimmings, but something special is the passenger seat, because once you go premium, the passenger seat is also electrified just like the driver's seat was in the regular SEL, allowing that person to move the seats forward and backwards and also up and down so they could find their perfect level of comfy. Now, every upgrade that I've mentioned has been something that you could either see or something you could feel, but this is something that you can hear, because being that it's the premium package, you also get the premium sound with the Harman Kardon surround sound speakers. Now, I think I've saved the best for last, because as we move into the driver's area, you're going to notice and have a lot more access to a lot of technological goodies that will make the premium ownership experience a breeze. Case in point, digital driver display. Not only can it change themes as you change through drive modes, but since it's a digital display, you also get the benefit of seeing the blind view camera overlay. If you put the left signal on, you'll be able to see what's on the left of your Santa Fe. If you put the right signal on, you'll be able to see what's on the right, so you could merge with confidence. But wait, there's more, because as you notice, that massive navigation screen also doubles as the 360-degree camera view. So if you're doing some low-speed maneuvering, like in a parking lot, you'll have a bird's eye view of what's in your immediate area and be able to notice if you're getting a little too close to a wall or other cars while you're parking. Shifting gears for a minute, SUVs are known for having room for people and cargo, which is why their popularity has exploded. While it's true that all the current Santa Fe models basically have the same interior volume, it's the premium package that brings the quick release for the seats. So, should someone push these buttons on the wall here, the seats will actually spring forward for quick and easy loading of larger objects. Allowing owners to minimize their loading times means that they can maximize their activities, especially on the weekends where it seems that time flies. Now, I don't think anybody can deny that the Premium has a lot of good features, but if it still leaves you a little bit lacking, let's go ahead and upgrade to the Santa Fe Limited. The Santa Fe Limited is really where luxury and technology shines. For starters, the engine finally changes. Yes, it still has the 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, but with an added turbo giving you 281 horsepower, but still managing to average 25 mpg city highway. Another unique feature are the rims, because the Limited changes the 18-inch rims found in the lower models to this 19-inch design. Not only are those rims unique to the Santa Fe, but you actually get another bonus with the technology being Hyundai's Smart Park, because with the simple push of a button, your Santa Fe can move in or out of a confined area. So if you happen to have a narrow garage, you don't actually have to stay inside of the car to park it. Pretty cool. A quick look inside will show you a very nice interior like the Premium, but the Limited is the first Santa Fe to actually bring leather trim seating surfaces as opposed to Hyundai's H-Techs. Now, if you'll notice in the back seats, Limited also offers seat heaters, so that way people in the rear can be just as toasty as the people in front. And if you'll notice, between the two USBs underneath the rear vents, you also gain a 110-volt wall outlet. So that way, if you have a laptop or a tablet you need charged up, go ahead, plug it straight into your Santa Fe. Going back to the front, all Limited versions also offer power folding rearview mirrors and also memory seats. So if you happen to share your Santa Fe with others, you can actually program your preferred seat and mirror positions instead of having to change them all back individually. As far as situational awareness, all Limited versions of the Santa Fe also bring parking sensors all around the exterior. So no matter whether you're reversing into a parking spot or pulling straight in, drivers will get an audible tone, so that way they can be confident they're not going to accidentally bump into something directly behind or in front of them. With so many advanced features, the Santa Fe has a lot to be proud of, and if this was any other manufacturer, it would be a good enough place to stop. But Hyundai doesn't usually believe in good enough, and the designers took one look at the Limited and said, this isn't even our final form. So allow me to introduce you to the pinnacle of Santa Fe. They call it calligraphy. Here we are. The Calligraphy is as close to a Genesis vehicle a Hyundai can get without having to swap badges. If this Santa Fe was built out of gold, it would be labeled 4 nines fine, because it is the highest level a Santa Fe can achieve. Merely from looking at its beautiful design, anyone can tell that the Calligraphy is special. In the front, you can see the dark chrome grille only found on Calligraphy models, and from the side, you can see the 20-inch rims, which again are exclusive to all Calligraphies. But if the outside screams excellence, the inside embraces it. The seats have been upgraded to a quilted Napa leather, and although the lower models do have a beige option, the hue of this coquina beige interior is, as you guessed it, exclusively found on Santa Fe Calligraphy. Even the ceiling gets the top shelf treatment with the suede headliner that's only found on the top form of the Santa Fe. And as driving goes, the sensation of driving the Calligraphy will feel very similar to the Limited model, but with the addition of the full color heads-up display, it definitely won't look the same if you happen to be sitting in the driver's seat. Now for this next thing, it doesn't matter where you sit, because when the lights go down, everyone in the vehicle will be able to see the ambient lighting, which can be changed to one of 64 different colors, depending on the mood, of course. So put it in layman's terms, the Calligraphy can be defined as the fully loaded SUV that it is. So fully loaded, in fact, that many features that exist on this very vehicle do not exist anywhere else in its class. So when I say Hyundai is redefining what a fully loaded SUV is, I mean that literally. So guys, that was a quick review of all the Santa Fe model lines SE through Calligraphy, and you're probably wondering, if you're in the know anyway, what about the XRT? You did not cover the XRT. Well, no worries. I actually did its own standalone video, and you can view it right here if you want. But to summarize, even though it's an older video, the XRT is essentially a Santa Fe Premium with black rims and no sunroof. But guys, if you like these videos, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and leave me a few comments of what else you'd like to see in the future. But until next time, I'm Gary Car Guy, and I'll see you soon. Oh, and by the way, I really am a sales consultant here in first ever SUV into the American market, and they called it the Santa Fe. Santa Cruz here in the United States. And if it wasn't for the success of the Santa Fe, if it wasn't for the success of the Santa Fe,